Shit is hard for Black people. Like, that's the real. It's hard. It's hard because we don't never clock in and out of this work like some of our colleagues do. In the beginning of my life, we were in public housing. My mother went to nursing school to get us out of that. And life changed for us. Literally a move from one side of town to the other side of town just opened up my eyes to all of the inequities that were happening in my life. Little Dreama was in survival mode, just trying to survive and figuring out life. In 2015, I managed a child care center, and an employee of mine made a supervision error that resulted in a child being left on the bus. As a result of that, we were charged facing the possibility of 4 years in prison. It was the first time I've been involved on that level, where I actually had an arrest with a $40,000 cash bail. And I think for me, that was the beginning of knowing that something was wrong, because my co-defendants, who were charged exactly the same, who looked exactly the same as me, the only difference, they lived just 30 miles away, were allowed to turn themselves in on the warrant and sign themselves out and go back home. Down Home was founded by two co-founders, just trying to make sense of what happened after the election of Donald Trump. They were experienced movement organizers and wanted to see what would happen if we could build a multicultural coalition to push back on what was happening here in the state. Down Home is member-led, which means that we are informed by our members. We have lots of campaigns that they have worked on. Our members have stopped a jail expansion in Haywood County. They fought for equitable trash fees, and they started the bail fund and fought for bail reforms. Currently, our members are suing for removal of the Confederate monument in a county. We've also been a part of an amicus brief that made sure 50,000 people who had formerly been charged with felonies could vote here in North Carolina. We're beginning to see the political landscape change here in Alamance, where all of a sudden people who've never been included in a system feel that they can be included. When I ran for county commissioner, there had previously been no Black woman who had ran for that position. And there has not been a Black woman that has won a primary. And I actually did win my primary.
Dreama has taught me that perseverance will get you wherever you need to go to. You can get down and you can get depressed as far as when you listen to what people have to say, because it's like there's no hope. Rural areas can change things. Give a man a fish, he eats for a day. Teach a man how to fish, he eats for the rest of his lifetime.
I came to Down Home because it answers the question to how we change power. Not only how do we sort of activate communities and organizing communities, but how do we really bring people into power so we can make long-lasting change. I realized through our work that my experience with the rural South is actually really common, which is that folks all across race want good things for their families. They want a healthy environment, they want good schools, they want health care, they want decent wages. We can't create a movement that doesn't bring all of us along. We have to bring all of our neighbors. We have to bring all of our people, all of our families, even our crazy uncles.
The work that I do is a generational intervention, understanding that the change that I'm working to create, I may not get to see, but I know that I'm creating a change for generations that are to come.
Dreama's a change maker because she has that lived experience and she knows it's hers and she holds it as hers, but she also knows that it's not particularly unique.
I want a future for my children and grandchildren where they can walk outside and not be fearful that the people who are supposed to protect them will harm them. The future of Down Home is bright. Our members are stepping into leadership and ready to lead their communities. In the future, we hope to have chapters in more rural areas of the state. The work that we do at Down Home, we do this because we know that nobody's coming to save us and that we are the leaders that we need to save ourselves.